Well, I'm a big lover of the young, and in my musical career, I sponsor 8 young musicians a year to go to the Royal Academy. And because we have a sports management company, my management company now, we thought it would be a good idea to set up a similar foundation to help young sportsmen to get a grant every year to help them from the ages of like 12 to 18. And so hopefully we'll raise $500,000 tonight, and that'll all go to the fund. And so for the next 8 years, it means that 20 kids can get a £2,000 grant that normally couldn't get any money.
A couple of hours west of where we are now. Talking about Glastonbury, are we ever going to see Sir Elton there?
I don't know. I've never really been asked. So I played Festival last year. Glastonbury is, the creme de la creme of festival. It's, if you look at all the main acts that are on the stage, and they're great, all the headline acts, and then you go to the other stages, and you see every important young musician that's coming up. Every important young musician that's great. And I think that's a huge credit to Glastonbury. I mean, just look at the smaller stages and you see everybody you want to see in music practically. It's any time people come together to celebrate music in a joyous atmosphere, it can't be bad. Come on.
Tell me a little bit about, you mentioned there, we all know about the huge amount of work you've done, in particular for AIDS charities, and the huge amount of money you've raised. You wrote an article in The Independent today, along with Norman Fowler, former Secretary of State for Health, of course. You talked there very passionately and very interestingly about, yes, the vast strides we've made in this country when it comes to gay rights, to understanding, to civil partnerships, to equal marriage and things like that. But you made the point that there's still a lot of work to be done in the UK. And in actual fact, things have got worse for a lot of gay and transgender people in many, many other countries around the world.
Oh, yeah. Globally, we seem to have gone backwards over the last 18 months in certain areas. And it's a cause. I mentioned this on stage on Thursday night, and I said, as long as I'm alive till I'm, I will fight for people's rights. Anybody whose human rights are wronged or taken away from them, I will try and fight them. I will try and go to Russia. I'm going to Russia in November, and I will try and meet Putin, and I will try and talk to him. I don't know what good it'll do, but unless you build a bridge, it's no good putting up a wall and saying, I'm not talking to these people. The only thing that gets solved is by talking to people. One
of the other points you make in the article, when it comes to what more needs to be done in the United Kingdom, is that you feel that the Church of England's attitude is, well, let's be diplomatic about it, it's not really very helpful at the moment.
No, but there are signs of hope. And I think the new Archbishop of Canterbury is doing a good job so far. The new Pope has done wonderful. I mean, he's excited me so much by his humanity and taking everything down to the humility of faith, no matter what it is, what faith you have, what religion you have, who you believe in, what you believe in. He stripped it down to the bare bones and said, it's all basically about love and taking everybody in inclusiveness. And that has to be encouraged by the Church of England as well. We have a long way to go, but we have made great strides. Let's not, 30 years ago, I couldn't have imagined this would have happened in my country. So I'm very grateful for that.
But do you ever think the church, do you think it should allow its clergy, same-sex clergy, to get married?
Of course. And I don't see why Catholic priests have to be celibate. It's crazy. These are old and stupid things. And the church hierarchy might be, up in arms about it, the traditionalists. But times have changed. We live in a different time. If Jesus Christ was alive today, I cannot see him as the Christian person that he was and the great person that he was saying this could not happen. He was all about love and compassion and forgiveness and trying to bring people together. And that is what the church should be about.
And lastly, when are we going to see you and David getting married?
Well, we can't get married this year because we had a civil partnership. And I think the government kind of messed that one up, and I don't think we can get married till next year. However, when we do it, it'll be very quiet and it'll be very off the cuff. We had our big shebang when we had our civil union. So, but we will, and I think it's a great opportunity to take advantage of the new laws and to celebrate it. We're very lucky in this country to be able to have that advantage and have that position to be in, of being able to marry your partner. It's a huge way. We've come a long, long way. And for that, the church deserves credit too.
That's your song.